Hey guys, welcome back to Swimming Lions Tarot. Today is another experiment with the microphone. I built this little table that hooks onto the drawer. This is a set of drawers, by the way. And hopefully that'll be better. I hope you love these cards so far, by the way. I think they're really pretty. Eight of Cups. One thing I wanted to say about this deck is I've had it for about 3 years now. And it's crazy to me how fast time has gone by since 2020. I'll just say it. It's been like 4 years, hasn't it? Or 3. And I think that's when I got this deck. It was for Christmas, so barely 2020. I think it's been 2 or 3 years I've had this deck. So I feel pretty connected to it. And today we're going to do a reading for the sign of Leo. Why the channel is named Swimming Lions Tarot. You guys can hear me better in this one. I'll be able to tell, but let me know. I'm going to experiment with it on my shirt or something. I just don't want to stretch the collar out. I'm listening to some lo-fi today. It's a playlist I have on Spotify. Maybe if you guys like it, I'll link it in the description. Alright, here we go. That's Page of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck. It's almost like there's a time that wasn't so fun. Maybe somebody you went out with that you thought it was going to be a good time, maybe lead to family. There's the Ten of Cups right there. So it seems like you were pretty serious about this, and this other person, maybe they were. Maybe it was just like a bad date or something, right? Come on, Spirit. Tell me more about this person that the collective is dealing with. Sorry if that was loud. I just hit the microphone. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Swords. That's how I'm looking at it right now. Wow. Seems like you were trying to build something from this. You know, like it was just barely beginning, and this person just kind of wasn't on board. Let me know, Spirit, more about this person. The Eight of Swords in the upright. I was looking at it on the table, but I'm imagining you on the other end of the table there, and the camera really helps with that since it's pointing this way and I can see the cards. The Eight of Swords. I feel like this person is just trying to like avoid you. Or maybe you're trying to avoid this person and this person is the iffy one that like maybe you guys went on a date and they thought it was more fun than it was. But like this Ten of Pentacles in the moment that it jumped out, it really was telling me that that you thought something was going to go somewhere and it just didn't turn out that well. Chariot, that means change. It's a major arcana card, which is hard to stop. It's like an overcurrent for your life. The main thing. The Chariot card. Number 5, 6, 7. Number 7. Maybe 7 is a lucky number. Or is relevant somehow. Let's see what else, Spirit. What can we know about this person who the collective went on this date with? Maybe you're seeing this person. But I want to know, Spirit, what messages you have to clarify this situation with this person that we're reading for. get better, I'm pretty. Wow, I flipped out. As I get better, that flipped out too. Holy shit. I was just trying to say that as I get better with the cards, cards might not pop out. I have the Death card, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Swords. It's like you're not sure what executive decision to make about this situation. This person maybe really turned you off, like sent you the wrong signals, whether they're just because they're a weird person or because you guys didn't vibe. I see the Three of Cups here. Maybe Spirit's advice is to go on group dates next time. Like maybe this situation like really scared you. This Three of Cups could also say that you were with friends, or this person maybe had their friends around and you were there. Or maybe you were thinking about your friends. Like, and maybe maybe you've gotten the message from Spirit too, that it's good to go in groups. I feel like you're kind of like this polar bear that kind of just stood out to me, since it's not always there, but it stood out to me when I was saying what I was saying. And polar bears, they walk on the ice all alone. They're the biggest bear around. They're pretty big creatures for life in the Arctic. But it's hard to go it alone. There's the tower, and I see it facing you, and you see it facing you. I think it's hard for you to like stick up for yourself sometimes. I've dated people like that. My mother is like that. I feel like a lot of us could say that about some female figure we know in our lives. Even guys too can have a hard time like standing up for themselves, just because we're taught that it's kind of subliminal, but alphas, the male, they'll put themselves last and they'll stick up for everybody, for the group, in some way or another. So this could apply to male or female, whether you're watching this. Spirit's advice is to spend some time alone, at night even, stay up, and like get to know yourself. For me, see, this last year, it was the first year I've worked 12-hour shifts, like as a full-time job. And that was crazy. But they were morning shifts. I'd get up really early, just before the sun rises, so unnatural for me. Not like I didn't do that in school growing up, during the winter especially, but it's just a different vibe in the morning. And I realized, as I was going through a really tough time, every morning that I would get up, it was like everything was quiet, so quiet. And it's like a really prime time for me to pray. That's how I can describe it to you. Real prime time for me to work out through some serious issues that are bugging me and feel my emotions through it. Right? Maybe for you it's at nighttime, and that's this owl here that's flying through the forest at night. What's really, I think it's a really beautiful card, but the book entry might have something amazing to say too. If you want to hear that, XV111, that's the number on the card, so it's 10, 15, 18. Moon. Wait. The light of the moon makes everything look different. The tree seems to become bigger, and everything around them looks like an unknown landscape. The silence of the night only adds to the illusion of the changed world around you. But the truth is that nothing has changed at all. Merely the way you see it has changed. Every night you see the outer world slightly differently. This is because your mind connects the changing light to the landscape of your current inner world. If your emotions are running high, then the darkness will only amplify your most intense fear. If your inner world is calm, you will welcome the moon and celebrate this cool silence she brings. How you see the moon is deeply connected to how you see yourself. I feel like a lot of people struggle with anxiety. I can't say much for the physical condition, but the idea of that may be like things that you haven't dealt with. It can also be an indicator, I want to say, for things that are good to come. We wouldn't have anxiety if we were trying to like protect ourselves. There's that. Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is like a listening card or coming back to something. Maybe you need to take a break from this, but like in the shower or something, sometime when you're like you feel like you see everything, you can go back and look at it. A safe place. One thing I like to do to chill out and give my brain some time is at night I'll freaking put on something to watch while I go to bed. The past year it's been Scooby-Doo or Star Trek, the old ones, But things will always change. We can hardly ever wake up the next day in the morning and feel the same as we did, 10 hours ago. And it changes through life. It's such a crazy process. And the idea, I don't know what the idea of life is. If we're supposed to fall in love with it, or if we're supposed to learn what we can and then leave it, but every morning will be different, and we have to work with ourselves, learn to work with ourselves. For me, it was praying in the morning. I'm not praying to somebody. I'm not talking to anybody. It's just time where my mind is like sorting out connections in the waking state by itself. It's like repairing itself, I feel like sometimes negative experiences or people we meet, whether it be at work or on the street or people we thought we loved, they change who we are. That's why it's so, especially for sensitive people, it's really important to clear your energy. If you can, take time off. I'm trying to tell everybody that. Spirit, now that we understand the situation a little bit better for this person, please allow me to see messages in the remaining cards for this viewer. In the extended, we're going to see some things about this person, and if Spirit thinks they're good for you, if you want to watch that, then the to rent it is only $8. You can buy the reading for $11, and it's on Vimeo right now. I might implement some easier way to view the videos later in the future. But Spirit, right now, can we see some messages? I know what I gave you was a pretty big message that one's wanting to come out. And wants to come out in the bottom of the deck. But maybe there's a few more messages here for you. I have the Five of Cups and the Knight of Wands and the Fool in reverse. It's like sometimes, okay, maybe it is an anxiety issue. I'm seeing, like, as you take a new journey, it can be really easy to try to keep your head low because you've ended up getting hurt. In Scooby-Doo, Velma, she often keeps her hands behind her back. And, she's just a character that is scripted that we can connect with. But I've learned recently that keeping your hands behind your back, like chronically, is a sign that you feel like you get in trouble a lot. That's the vibe I'm getting from here. You know, as you get older, there's that card again. You're gonna learn more ways to stick up for yourself without making a big fuss about it, you know? Without stuttering over your words or not knowing exactly what to say. Life is gonna change. Sometimes we look at it as an adventure, and sometimes it can be really fucking scary. Sometimes our friends move away, and all we have is ourselves. But through reflection and some experience or time, your brain is gonna find the right way for you to stick up for yourself. Sometimes I just like throw one card on the top, and it's weird. And that's that card, Two of Wands. You see it in reverse, but I'm looking at it upright. It's just saying, I don't know, if you feel like if you're having a hard time, you know, making it out of this, you can come back to here for advice. Tarot, I try my best to make it advice for you rather than insights, because insights can always be so specific. I want more than anything for this to help you, so I'm taking just a conservative and cautious approach to tarot. The Nine of Pentacles, it's gonna take time. Look at that tortoise. Isn't that the slowest moving card in the deck? The Nine of Pentacles? But you know where it's almost at? It's the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like there's some cards that probably want to come out again. I just got really tired all of a sudden. Sometimes tarot does that. There's the change card. So, Spirit, with this change, before we start talking about the person we're dealing with, what can we see? What can we see regarding this shift in this person's life? Lots of cards right there. I feel like sometimes you gotta cry it out. Sometimes you have to lose the love of your life a couple times to really feel like complete on your own, you know? If you're walking that solitary path and you're scared to, this is the process that you end up taking. So you cry it out. You love, you know, in your heart, but you learn to protect yourself and bide your time. Because eventually, you know, people come and go. It's always changing. We're always finding new people and leaving them behind. Our family is connected to us, but there are people that will, you know, we make family with in our journey. We have to choose the strong influences in our life. People we want to be like, you know, and if it's somebody we love, sometimes we just gotta love that person in our heart. Spirit is saying you come back to it. You always come back to it. I feel like that's what being a Leo is about. Fire energy and judgment in reverse. This is such a fire sign message. Anything else, Spirit? Before I go into that One day you're gonna see this come together where you're making good decisions about people. So don't get discouraged about that. It's okay to come back, and love people that we loved. That's our nature. You know, that's what I want to say about being a fire sign. It's in your nature to maybe give second chances. Um, Spirit is saying you'll find a good balance between your heart and the people around you as time goes by. Alright, that's all I have right here, and we're going to take it into the extended and see more about this person specifically and perhaps who they're meant to be for you. So, join us over there and keep on swimming. Thanks, Lions.